Time for shoes. Shoe review. Woo! Whoopee. Okay, so you may have known in an earlier video from a few years ago, ladies and gentlemen, of the jury or audience, whichever one you're in, I bought these shoes to start a training program. These are now over 3 years old. They were only ever used for training. They were never used to walk around town in. Just training. They're still good. I was hoping to replace these with just this model. I just wanted another pair of head. Like, no, we're not doing that. So, they're having supply problems, so the tennis store is where I go to get court shoes for the training, because court shoes, I don't know if you're aware of it, but if you do lateral foot movement, they're better than if you have something like this, which is it's just too narrow, too high, that kind of thing. Anyway, so very happy with these. I was hoping to replace them, but there's a global supply problem with all kinds of products, so suppliers, distributors, retailers, they're all having a tough time getting stuff. In fact, I said, well, when are you going to have some head in your store? You guys are like the only game in the city, you know, and they said, well, probably not till after January, and that's too far away. And I'm one of these people who's like certain items that it's like I wanna hold them before I buy them. I don't like ordering online for that reason. So anyway, okay, so the Hokas, these are also the same age as the old heads, and these are very good for road running. You know, if you're running, absorbs a lot of impact. Not good for sprinting. Not for me. You know, they might be good for somebody else for sprinting, but I actually will use shoes that are not made for running and really aren't really good for too much, but I'll use those for sprinting, but not these, because it's a stability thing for me. So these are still good. That's 3 years. These are the new court shoes. Not super happy with how they look, but, and I've never had a pair of K-Swiss. And that's what I wound up having to get because they just did not have the heads. So I can't even kind of guess how it might go. They fit real nice. No, I don't think they fit as well as the head, but they're also new, and I can be very weird about stuff like this. So it's like I could, PV weird, like, I mean, I'm the kind of person, like, if I find something like this, it's like I only ever want to buy that again. I never want to buy anything new, just keep replacing this model, but unfortunately, that's not how things work. So you have to move on. And the upside to this sole, I don't know if it's better necessarily. No way to tell from here, but as opposed to the head, if you look down in there, there's airflow between the bottom of your foot and the outside. That's just mesh in there. So like with these shoes, you don't want to step in a water puddle because you will get the inside of the shoe soaked up. But these probably are not going to have that problem. And the additional thing is that they do use that same kind of strange, I don't know what to call that material. It's sort of like alligator skin in a way, but very water repellent. And yeah, so I mean they're just replacement shoes. And it's got a nice thick tongue, which I like. They had some other shoes that they had in there were what were they? Yeah, some of these tennis shoe makers are starting to make shoes for pickleball. If you've ever heard of pickleball, so they make their shoes a lot lighter for pickleball. I've never played pickleball. I have no intentions of playing pickleball anytime soon. But what I don't like about the pickleball shoes, that I did look at them, was the tongue. The pickleball shoes, at least the brand that they had, the tongue was, it was as thin as like almost a piece of paper, whereas the tongue here is absorbent and it's comfortable. The tongue on the ball shoes is the pickety boodly bobbity things are, they're just like paper thin. So yeah. So anyway, so if you're looking for good court shoes, if you can find them, I can totally recommend Head court shoes. Very pleased with them. Very pleased with their endurance, their fit, their feel, the conformity to my foot, just everything. Feels real solid, real stable. These don't feel as stable and they're brand new, so I don't know how this is going to go, but they're definitely, but they are stable, more so than the average shoe. And yeah, so we'll see what goes on. We'll see what happens with these. We'll see, maybe in another 3 years if I'm still able to train in them. I don't know that I'll keep training in these. I'll probably train in these for, see how these work out for about a week. Usually, I mean, I can usually tell about shoes pretty quickly. I mean, they're going to get through their paces in a couple of days, but I think they'll be fine. They're not too terrible heavy. They are heavier than these heads, than these older shoes. They are heavier than that. They're a little bit more weight in the heel. I don't think it gave them any more ankle stability than the heads by doing that. The head, what I liked about these two is, you see this plastic right here, it acts too as sort of like a stabilizer bar around your heel. I mean, these, like, your heel just gets right in there. It's padded around the ankle bones. Very nice shoe, very nice. And like the back of your Achilles heel, it slides right down in there. Right down in there, just conforms right around that Achilles tendon and everything. I mean, because tennis players, they deal with that a lot. So, super shoe. The K-Swiss also has that channel for the very back of your ankle and heel. What, the cell camera's going kooky. Focus, focus. Oh my God, I can't focus. Oh God, that reminds me. I was just like looking at I think it's a Lumix 6. Is it a GH6? I want to say. Anyway, but I was also looking at like some Black Magic, and then but that's a different, completely different products. Okay, so there you go. Now you know. K-Swiss, the new court shoe that will be implemented and broken in and trained in and used and abused badly. The heads that are 3 years old and have been very badly abused. Yeah, I may have to get like a demolition team in there to clean them out. Hoka's, love them as a running shoe. I mean, they've got their reputation is pretty. Yeah, some people are Saucony people, some people are New Balance people, and some people are Hoka people. I'm pleased with Hoka, I must say. But it's your foot shape and all that kind of. You guys know, if you're an adult, you already know how to buy your own shoes, I'm sure. But if you're looking for models of court shoes, I would feel comfortable recommending these because the interior of the shoe locks in your foot, similar to the head. You can see the padding in the head is obviously, but this back padding here and this for that area of the back of your heel, still very nice after 3 years. Still real good. And this is, of course, brand new, so it would be. Okay, I don't know what else to say about the shoes. If you have any questions, I can answer them, I guess. But otherwise, that's it. And there you go. Now you know. 3 years old, brand new. See ya.